Hello, all leveled up tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance, with me, Blue Ankylo. We are into Chapter 28 today. This is the second last. This is kind of the last little baby chapter before the big final battle. And last episode, we beat up the Dark Knight. No, we left Batman alone, but we did defeat the Black Knight, who, maybe not quite as powerful as Batman. Definitely dead. We'll never see him again. Game over. We'll never learn who he was or anything. Don't worry about it. He just collapsed into a pile of rubble at the end of that fight. Yeah, very satisfying conclusion for Ike, killing the murderer of his father. Don't worry about a magic armor that makes him immune to any physical damage. That's probably not relevant. The only weapon that can harm him is blessed by the goddess, and that means rocks certainly will kill him. Foreshadow. So, today let's get started. As usual, preps are ready to go. Ike has avenged his father by defeating the Black Knight in single combat. That night, he sleeps until well past dawn. It is the first time since Grail's death that he has done so. The Crimean army and its Laguz allies have passed the trial of Nados Castle. At last, they arrive at their final destination, the Crimean capital. Yet, the opponent that awaits them is none other than Ashnard, King of Dane. If they lose here, all of their hardships will have been for naught. Preparation for the attack proceed with the utmost care. The final battle is approaching. An air of exultation pervades the camp, but Ike remains focused on the road ahead, readying himself for what is to come. The Twisted Tower. Twisty. It appears that Leanne is being held in Gritnia Tower to the south. Is that so, Ina? Yes. How did you know? Well, I was searching for information, and that search led me to a troop of Dane soldiers that had been assigned to the tower. It was the extra knowledge I needed. Also, didn't we learn that the Laguz have this psychic connection with each other? You know, maybe the bird people could follow the bird psychic to the bird tower? I don't know. Rayson probably could do it if he wanted. You won't tell me any more than that, No matter how important it is? ... I beg your pardon. I figured as much. I already decided to trust you. Let's just move out. Thanks, Nasir. For nothing. Titania, Soren. At daybreak, I'll be taking a small force to the Gritnia Tower. For what purpose? Well, that's where Leanne is. Are you certain? Mostly. Alright, I'm going. As will I. But of course. And the main army? What about them? Yeah, they can stay behind. Princess Celincia, can you watch over the army? Of course. I will remain here and see to it that preparations for storming the capital proceed as planned. However, you must promise to return and bring my Lady Leanne with you. I hear ya. Easy peasy. Ike, printing out battle report. You got 2,255 combat XP. Not bad. Gatry was the MVP? What a bro. How did he get MVP? I hardly used him. I mean, he's good tank. That's probably the last map that Gatry will get used on, honestly. But, yeah, there he is. Cool. Nobody died. Congratulations. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple things. Not a lot of things, but there's a couple very important things to talk about. First off, the Holy Knight. Triple star. What could this be? Well done. You've improved dramatically in a very short period of time. You think so? I do not know how to lie, or offer false praise. I am Deputy Commander of the Apostle's Bodyguard. If you were not destined for greater things, I would petition the Apostle herself for your enlistment. Oh, thanks. If not for your instruction, Tanith, this wouldn't be possible. Training new recruits has long been my duty, and yet, I believe this is the first time anyone has been so appreciative. My other pupils commonly referred to me as the Great Demon. Isn't that true, Marcia? Mutton chops, no, don't be silly. We all adored our sincere and devoted Deputy Commander, Great Demon. More like Great Angel Lady. Yeah, right. Seriously, though, you've improved so much, Princess. Perhaps we should try something special. Well, not that. She's not ready. You're crazy. Tanith, Listen to me, Princess. The foes we are facing are Dane's elite troops, led by King Ashdard himself. How do you expect to fight them without at least one killing attack under your belt? Oh, that's a good reference. Not in this game, but in the next game, she actually specifically gets a skill that doesn't kill enemies. She leaves them at 1 HP. It's pretty good for setting stuff up, actually. You do it, Deputy Commander, and we'll keep practicing, right, Elincia? I will try. What? I want to grow stronger. That's the goal. I'll do it anything. Well spoken. Now, to match your desire, I will fall back on the methods I used while training the Apostle's bodyguard. Okay. Oh, horse meat. Marcia's sayings are so good. Come, we have little time for niceties. Both of you, follow me, now. Come on, maggots, you want to live forever? Yes, ma'am. Actually, I would like to live forever. I am the princess. I need to... She is a demon. The three of them look busy. I'll just, mind my own business. So that is... I thought in the last episode we'd be able to do a triangle attack. No. We need to do this cutscene. Of course, we can't deploy Elincia on the next map. So you only unlock the Pegasus triangle attack on the final chapter if you deploy Elincia and Tanith and Marcia. And Elincia is a bit of a liability unless you specifically get her to level 20 already, which is... Well, she's had 2 chapters she can fight in before the final battle. And she joins at level 1. So, yeah, that's something we don't normally see. Funnily enough, remember when I'm like 3 fights with Elincia and Jeffrey should get them to A rank? You can't deploy Elincia, so you get 2 chapters to get 3 support ranks. How does that work? Well, truth is, maybe it's all done. Your Highness, please, I beg you to reconsider. I am aware that you took offense to my disobeying your order, but you cannot ask me to leave you alone undefended. I am a royal knight. It is my duty and honor to ride by your side and defend you on the field of battle. Your Highness, please, on bended knee, I beg of you. Would you stop defending me if I stripped you of your title? Wait, take away my knighthood? I see. I had no idea you wanted to avoid me this badly. No, Jeffrey, that's not. I may have spoken out of turn, but all I wanted was to honor my oath and shield you from harm. I'm sorry. Wait, Jeffrey! Jeff! I've listened to all you had to say, Jeff. Now it's time for you to hear me. By your command. You fight too hard and take too many risks to protect me in combat. Is that not a knight's sworn duty? But you put yourself at grave risk. 'Tis true. I have felt the bite of steel several times while protecting you, but I would do so again without a thought. You promised me long ago you wouldn't needlessly jeopardize your life for my sake. I guess you didn't value your life at all. Your Highness. I know you think I could stay at camp and rest on silken pillows without suiting up for battle. But there's no way I could stand seeing someone dear to me die. So now you know why I asked you. I don't know if you've realized all that you've done for the soldiers. Do you see how you have raised their spirits of the Crimean soldiers since you began fighting with them? Their princess herself leads the charge. She doesn't ask the soldiers to risk their lives without risking her own. They adore you, and that is why we win our battles. They fight with a ferocity no other force could possibly match. They will win. I admit I have been fighting recklessly. I did so knowing you were near me. I knew you would be by my side if I were gravely wounded, and you have that healing stick. Yet you feel me a burden. I can't imagine fighting without you anymore. If you do hold my life dear, please keep fighting. Lead us to victory. Oh, Jeff. I'm sorry I brought you so much torment. Maybe I misunderstood. I am a little immature, maybe. I disobeyed your direct orders. That's no badge of honor either. I'm sure I'll keep causing you trouble, but please, never leave my side, Jeffrey. Ooh, my life and blade and are yours. Alright, there. We got at least 1 A rank for the princess. Alright, I don't think Ilyana's going to get much more on the support rank. Marcia, Rolf, not looking great. Tanith. I mean, we could do the Tanith Marsha, maybe. If they do a triangle attack, then they will give each other support. Wolf, Shinon, Mordecai. Yeah. Nothing else in here, I think. Okay, so we got no real use for BXP unless we have like 300 or so. How much can I get on the next battle? Because I don't... Nah, we'll just deploy Reese to make sure he gets to 20. There's probably enough bonus XP on the next chapter to level him up like this. But I could use him one last time, I guess. We have lots of 20s, and they don't all need to get deployed. In terms of equipment, I forget exactly what I did. I think I'm running out of money, so I sell a bunch of bands and like the rings and stuff. I will do the final preps with you guys for some scrolls, and I'll talk more about that once I load up. But yeah, we got basically endgame preps at this point. Although this isn't quite the last map, we're pretty much ready for it. So let's see the map first, and then we'll load up our prep save. Prep save. The grittiest tower you ever did see. Beep boop. Oh, wait. Hold on. I got so annoyed last time that I couldn't read any of this stuff. Ah, where am I? It appears she's finally coming around. We brought this girl here on direct orders from His Majesty. Simple stuff, yeah. Very easy. Very nice. Then he gives all these special commands. Don't let her escape. Don't let her get sick. Don't let anyone kill her. More than anyone, His Highness should know how hard it is to keep one of these birdies healthy. Is there a problem? Who do you think you are? Why is it that you disturb my meditations? I'm thinking here. I'm here to relieve you on guard duty. Standing guard, eh? Doesn't seem much reason for a guard in this place. But armies always have their rules and regulations, appearances, and hullabaloo. No way around it, I suppose. I believe guards and watches are important. Whee! In other places, yes, but in Gritnia Tower is currently overflowing with veteran soldiers. Not to mention those repulsive beasts, feral ones. Trying to escape from this place is the same as committing suicide. Not that I've tried, mind you. So, a watch is necessary. Huh? Whee? What's that now? Who said that? Oh, it's you. Important, eh? Why is that? Well, if the girl were to leave her room, we would be unable to stop her from getting killed. Oh, you found a blind spot. That's the problem with us scholars. We concentrate on one thing and miss something as fundamental as... Blast! They're getting all riled up again. Listen, you stay right here and guard. Don't let that Heron girl take one step outside the room, you understand me? Oh, I told you we needed guards. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Always, when I'm in the middle of something. Snaggletooth cheese stealing. Finally. Oh, finally. Right, this guy. I mean, I do like that guy. Never seen him before. He got a whole backstory set up for this guy. Finally, methinks that guy fell a little far from the nest. Hello, little heron girl. There's nothing to be afraid of. I won't hurt you. Just sit there and be quiet, all right? Where is this place? Who are you? So, Gritnia's Tower. I believe so. Say, Ike, there's something really odd about that tower. Really odd. What is it? I sense several, beast tribe, but something smells real gross, real terrible. The tower holds lagoos who have been given medicine. These drugs warp their true shape. Are you talking about the lagoos that can't change forms, like the ones we fought in Benyon? Yes. Do you know how many and what type? As far as numbers, a conservative estimate would be 30. Types? Tigers, cats, hawks, ravens, dragons. There are some of the dragon tribe? Well, no more than 10 or, well, probably. We have to fight 10 dragons. Well, they're not like me, Ike. They're much stronger. That's hardly encouraging. Regardless, we must hurry. It's going to be dark. It's rather embarrassing, but we bird tribes don't really enjoy the night much. Sad, but true, of course. The same can be said for those on the enemy side, though. On the other hand, darkness means next to nothing for me. Depending on who we face, it could be a significant... There are more of the beast tribe than any other, just because we're near Galaga. Listen, are you sure you want to be on our side? Of course. That's why I provided accurate info. Nasir! What do you think, Ranulf? My grandchild is impressive, is she not? That's really not what I was going to say, Grandpa. Alright, so once it gets dark, we're going to be at a disadvantage. Alright, as long as we know, we can plan. You're far too calm for my taste. This is going to be, enough, Ranulf. We don't have time. Gotta find the entrance. Yeah, I'm coming. No more than 10 dragons, stronger than Ina. No biggie. Nah, that took longer than I had expected. Cursed subhuman, flea-bitten wretches. Where's that heron girl? And the guard. Hello? Guard? Bird girl? Eh? This can't be. No! I've been had! No! What do I do? If this is discovered, His Majesty will... he'll hang me by my thumbs, or... Oh, no. Oh, no, I won't report this. Think, Izuka, think. If I can maybe divert some attention away from myself. Master Izuka! Master Izuka, we've got trouble. A strange group of insurgents approach the tower. They are well armed, sir. Izuka? Insurgents? Did you say insurgents? Yes, sir, a mixed group of subhumans and humans. I see, and we should give them a warm reception, no? General Headwind's mages have engaged them, but they're not nearly enough. We must apply to the capital for more reinforcements. Release the feral ones? The monsters, but no need to worry. I just gave them their medication. They've been well trained not to attack Dane soldiers. Very well. Do it now! The enemy must not be allowed to enter the tower. Yes, sir. Oh, what fortuitous timing! Now then, I will make this moment and prepare my escape. That's just 30 or so feral lagoos, no biggie. Note all the crows in the woods. They're kind of hard to see. Punks. Look at this, will ya? What a glorious mix of birds, beasts, and dragons. King of Hawks, there's just no time for joking. Hold on, brother. Just a little longer. Soon I'll grant you all release. Oh. Tibarn is not the only one who is filled with rage. To warp the gift that the goddess granted us, this crime will not go unpunished. Yeah! Rayson. Come on, Ranulf, let's go. We must rescue Leanne as soon as possible. For Rayson's sake, as much as anyone. These poor lagoos. Someone will die for this today. I'd love to bring you Ranulf, but, well, we only get to bring 12 people, and it's already really, really hard to pick 12. So, let's load up the somewhat prepared group. Like I said, there's a little bit last-minute things I have to do, but not too much. Okie dokie. So, I think this map will be mostly flyers. Because there's a lot of woods to get in the way, and I can bring, this is probably the last time I'll bring Har and maybe Jill. Although, next chapter I might want to do Tanith, Marcia, Elincia, just to show off the triangle attack once. But yeah, oh boy, there's a lot of units I'd love to show off if I had more missions to do it. Maybe I don't need Mist. Maybe I'll save her for the final mission and bring someone else. I do really want to bring Ilyana. She is the Dragon Slayer, by a long shot, actually. So she's good for dragons. I've got Rolf, because there's birds, and he's got a long-range, a couple different long-range weapons. It actually might be better to go Killer Bow for a crit weapon. I was thinking about that. But we have a Forged Silver, which is really, really good. There is also Nasir. Let's talk about Nasir for a second. So, depending on things and stuff, if you run away from the Black Knight, you get Ina, who's definitely weaker than Nasir. However, if you defeat the Black Knight, you get Nasir, who's very strong. Now, as all Lagoos, he's got a transformation timer. He does have Nihil and Boon, which is like AoE adjacent status protection or restoration. So if someone gets poisoned or put to sleep, if you start your turn next to Nasir, it goes away, which is pretty cool. I think it's either start turn or an action. We'll figure it out. I'm actually going to bring him not on this map, but on the next chapter, the final chapter. Because he's got another hidden effect that might be useful for the final battle. I'm not actually sure if I want him to use the Demi-Band or not. He's really, really strong. But this reduces his stats to keep him transformed and combat-worthy all the time. However, maybe we just use a couple stones when we need them for the final chapter. Rather than giving him a stat debuff. So I'll have to think about that. But yeah, that's him. His growth rates don't really matter. He's at level 18, you know, what are you going to do? Yeah, he's real good. And this is his untransformed. So just imagine everything goes way higher, which we'll see in the final battle. Yeah, I got a lot of units I'd love to bring. And we're going to go back to base to show you something. So, I'm going to use Nephany, and I haven't used her much, but I am really impressed with her maximum stats. I'm so impressed that I'm giving her the Night Ward, so she's got effectively 30 defense, which is Gatry without the Night Ward. I'm going to also use... I was trying to find if there was anyone that could get to their maximum resistance if I used this talisman on them. However, they don't exist. So, basically... Nephany, if I'm using her to tank, I would like her to have a bit more resistance. And finally, there's the really fun little combo I'm going to try to show off with her. This is, I don't know if I've ever done this on Nephany, but the Resolve plus Wrath combo is absolutely bonkers. And if we can trigger this, she's, will absolutely ruin everything. So I was trying to decide who to give Resolve to, and I'm like, well, Resolve Wrath trigger at the same HP threshold, so they're just a natural combo. I mean, there's other things that work well with Resolve. Adept is, not Adept, Vantage is really good as well. But this means, effectively, she gets a large strength, skill, speed boost, and a large crit boost. 50%, that is. This is just no skill percent. This just always happens as soon as she's below half HP. And she is pretty survivable at half HP. And I may have forged a 17,000 gold lance. This is a maxed out silver lance. Max crit, max hit, max might. So, in theory, we get her to half HP, we switch to Gradivis, and we absolutely wreck everything. It's not maybe the most powerful combo possible, but it is very good. She should have 23 plus 50, something like a 73% base crit rate. I mean, Brave Lance is also particularly powerful, of course, when you've got crazy high strength. So I gave her a couple different crazy overpowered options, but we're at that point where it's time to use our crazy stuff. So that's one. Let's just go through the list. Ike needs nothing but Ragnell. There's no real... I can't really think of any weapon that is comparable. It's a 1-2 range, incredibly overpowered sword. Maybe you want a Killing Edge for crits or something, but nah. Let someone else do crits. He's all set up. He's still got Aether. You could definitely switch him to Resolve and combo a 1-2 range. You could save Vantage or Wrath. You've got the scrolls for them. You could give all that to Ike as well if you want to do that. That's one of the common ways to kill the final boss on hard mode, but we don't need to do that. We'll be fine. Probably. Next up, Rayson. Yeah, he's just got the Night Ring again. No biggie. Ilyana, I specifically want her for anti-animals. Not animals, really, but you know what I mean. Anti-Lagoos. Lightning will work real good on the dragons, and fire will work on the cats and tigers. Continuing, I'm going to let Reese get to level 20, and hey, you know what? I got these really good tombs. I never, ever use them. This is his chance to shine. I probably won't bring him on the final battle, but we'll use him here. I'm bringing Astrid because there's more flyers, and I wanted someone who's really good at killing birds. Also, I wouldn't mind getting some Axe rank and getting her to S rank bow, which would be nice. We're bringing Marsha. Someone needed the full guard. I'm also going Flame Lance, finally. We don't have a lot of great javelins, so silver, steel blades, forged silver weapons, flame lances. It's just pretty solid stuff, right? I don't think the flame lance is great, but if you fight someone with really high defense and low resistance, it might be better. And it is range 1 too, so it is probably equivalent to a javelin, give or take, maybe. Similarly, we've got the bolt axe for range 1/2 on Jill, another forged silver weapon, and a brave lance, because I think brave weapons work especially good if you have a high strength, because you know, the brave lance itself is slightly lower might, but if you're doing tons of damage and you're getting like 4 attacks per turn, that's ridiculous. Tanith has like silver blades, a forged steel lance, a forged javelin. Her strength base, just like Marsha, is a little bit low. Also, Lagoo's guards are really good on this map, so I've got 2 people with those. Nefini, I already talked about. Har, I didn't give him any forged stuff, but Brave, Silver, all very strong. His speed's not crazy, but his other stats are real good. And then Rolf, we got the double bowl, we got a forged silver weapon. I'm not sure about the longbow. Like I said, it's double bow kind of gives us the really long range. But a killer bow would be interesting, because he can get 20% crit rate from Oscar and Boyd if they're in the right spot. And then the killer bow would get him up to like 80% crit rate. That's pretty cool. Mist, I think I decided not to bring just at the last second. She can silence some mages and stuff. So she's certainly very helpful, but maybe we'll just save her for the last map. Nasir, he is really good. His movement is garbage, though. He is very, very slow. Transformed, I think he goes up to 6 or 7, but it's... Dragons are kind of the armor knights of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, and they only get range 1 weapons, which is a bit of a downside. However, on the next chapter, the final chapter, Nasir does have a bit of an extra value. Sorin, I mean, I don't think I'm going to bring him on this map, but he's kind of all trained up at this point. Still very, very good, of course. Continuing on, Mia, I'm not bringing on this map, but if I ever do, I need to bring one of the Sword Masters on the final chapter. Finding deployment slots is really tough right now. But a forged energy sword, she's got the Vague Caddy, which is also ridiculous. Her crit rates will be basically stupid if she ever equips either of these weapons, and then if I don't, I can go crazy high might. With Vantage Adept, she's very likely to, in 1v1 combat, absolutely trash everything in melee range. Kieran, kind of just another paladin, although one of my soul paladins. Oscar, my other soul paladin. They're both real good, no doubt about it. I haven't really given them the best weapons because they're not getting deployed on this map. Volk, kind of done training up. By the way, stilettos are anti-armor, in case you're wondering. It says it on the bottom left there. But yeah, there's not much that I care to steal anymore, so his training arc is kind of over. Gatry, similarly, I don't think I'm going to use anymore. His movement is bad, and I think Nefini is basically just better. She's got more movement. She doesn't have the armor weakness, which is really only a weakness, and she just misses 2 defense, but she's got more resistance, so yeah, I don't see a lot of reason to bring Gatry. He's good, but I guess he can use swords, but it's not enough. Zehark, very much just the same as Mia, but slightly better, except he doesn't have Vantage, so never mind. Jeffrey's probably not going to get used. Boyd, I mean, he's got a really good axe. And Wrath and stuff is really good as well, so maybe I can find a spot for him, but it's looking pretty slim. And I think that's it. Titania's not coming back, and that's everybody else. Okay. So, I've done the Wrath Resolve strat. I do still have one more skill, don't I? Yes, I have one more Occult Scroll. I was thinking I might just give it to Astrid. I know I've kind of just ends up with me giving 3 occult scrolls to the paladins, which is a little bit boring, I guess, but I don't know who else I would give it to. I think the flying version of the occult scroll is pretty bad. The archer one is not good at all, I don't think. Yeah, Boon is the one for dragons already. Mages get basically Luna for magic. Swordmasters get Astra, which isn't all that great. You know, if you want to go lethality for instant death, but it's very hard to get that to trigger. I think Soul is probably the best general purpose one, although Luna is quite good as well. I mean, Luna is strong, don't get me wrong. That's a good ability. Put that on Gatru with a Brave Lance or something. Or Resolve. I mean, he's good with Resolve as well, but I think that's pretty much the... I was trying to think if anyone else would get any value from it. There is a... you get the Colossus on Boyd or something. You can show that on Largo, I think. But, yeah, I just don't see anyone left that really gets much value. So, I think it's actually just Astrid. My Paladin preference is strong. Soul is real good. So if I get her in trouble, she can heal herself. Okay, that's all the skills that we've ever gotten. If you're wondering about the shop, again, silver blades are really, really good. Just kind of expensive. Silver bows, El Thunder, because dragons on this map. And just a bunch of good stuff. Restore staves, all the usual. I did sell a few things. In fact, at some point, I think I accidentally sold the Bjork Guard. Which, oddly enough, I kind of regret. I was thinking I would never find a good use for the Bjork Guard, because you can only equip it on Laguz, and I figured if I was going to bring a Laguz, I would want the Demi-Band. However, maybe I jumped the gun, right? Because maybe Nasir... where is he? If I just feed him a couple Laguz stones, which at this point is... I mean, there's only the 2 in the whole friggin' game. But there's a lot of, in Radiant Dawn. There's a lot more ways to boost your transform gauge. But you know, for the final battle, I can probably keep him transformed anytime I need him. And I think the final boss counts as Bjork, so he could probably take half damage if you kept the Bjork Guard. But I did sell it, so it's gone, unfortunately, and I can't test that theory out. Other than that, I can't really think of anyone else who I would bother equipping it on. But Nasir might be a valid target if you hold on to it the whole game. Any other outfit stuff to talk about? I have sold some more stuff. I technically still have, like, S rank. Like, I've still got a Hammer to repair legendary weapons, or Asherah Staff. I've got the Recover. You know, we've got so many really, really good things. I've even got Blizzard. You know, I've got... I think I sold the Bolganones because no one was going to get A rank fire. I mean, I've been selling a lot of stuff like the Laguz, the anti-Laguz weapons, because they're worth a lot of money. I might as well sell them. But yeah, basically, I decided it was time to start using silver weapons. So that's mostly what I switched out, if possible. And I still bought way too many, right? Like, classic blue. We do have another Brave Sword. I should give that out to somebody. Who would like a Brave Sword? Wait, maybe that's something I could switch to. Quadruple attack instead of double attack. I still think Ragnell will be better. But I'll tell you what, you can bring it, because it does bring something different to the table. And your magic stats garbage, right? I'm never going to use the Rune Sword on him. You know what? I will bring it, so he can trade it out if someone needs it. Because he's never going to equip these, I don't think. Yeah, you'll bring the final Silver Blade too. It's kind of like a mini convoy. He doesn't need to ever use them, because they're basically all worse than the Ragnell, but he can trade them out if someone wants them. And I mean, the Brave Sword, it's possible. There's probably some situations where this does more damage than the Ragnell. I'd say that's probably fair. Anyway, that's it. I think that's all I need to talk about. I could switch Ilyana from Heal Staff to Physics Staff or something, but with 30 magic, she will heal 40 HP, which is almost max. No need for Mend, and ranged is nice, but we just don't really take much damage, is the truth. I mean, maybe famous last words, right? But okay, I think that's everything I was gonna do for preps. Let's get to work. Twisty Tower, we got 10 turns for max BXP if you care. And we've got Tabarn. Oh, by the way, we've got a Tabarn here. We could just let him go free, and he can... I wouldn't be surprised if he could solo the whole map. You might need to physic him once or twice, but he's just so stupidly strong. I think if there's like some wind magic, maybe that could hurt him. But he can also cancel enemies' attacks. That's the occult scroll for birds. And Savior doesn't really matter because we can't control him. But yeah, he's real strong. So let's get to work. I should talk about the chapter a little bit. So like I said, 10 chapters. There will be reinforcements at some point. I think they just come out of the tower, if I remember correctly. So first off, the boss, Headwind. We can get an S rank Lightning Tome. So this is one of the reasons to use Ilyana more than Sorin or Tormod. Well, I mean any of them, but it's the reason to use Lightning, the Thunder magic. There is no S rank Wind or Light or Fire that you can get in this game, I believe. I think Lightning is the only S rank Mage Tome attainable, and it's only really attainable for the last map. But still, he's gonna bolting us a bit, and we can probably just get him to drop this. It is very strong. 15 might is real good. Technically, you could try to kill him, get it, and then use it to kill the dragons, but I think that would be pretty tricky. Yeah, the dragons are the real fight here. Dragon battle here is the toughest part of this map is dealing with the dragons, for sure. And I mean, the birds are going to zoom around a bit. But let's flip through everything. I'm not bringing Volk because there's not enough to steal that I care about. I mean, I could, but it's just a little too late. Rune Sword is tricky, but very low base magic. Spear, longbow, not too bad, honestly. We might get silenced. You could bring a Restore Staff or something, but he's pretty far back, and he's only got 8 range, so it's kind of just nearby. It doesn't really matter. Tornado Mage, be careful with flyers. Bolganone Mage, doesn't really matter. Thoron Mage, that would destroy Nasir. No. It would be 36 damage. His resistance is pretty good. I think he'd be maybe okay. We got Shine and maybe some sleep effects, so more status saves if you're worried about that. Lagoon Slayer also works on Nasir if you bring him. Tabarn as well, but it's not going to hurt Tabarn. 36 barely hits his defense. Lance, beak. They should have coins. Come on, where's my coins? Claws and coins. I mean, claws and peaks and beach. And yeah, a bunch of dragons. A bunch of cats. So that's it. Like I said, probably not really any value. This guy we want to kill on turn 1 if we can. But yeah, not a lot of reason to bring Volk just to steal stuff. There's not a whole lot. Another elixir and a couple staffs if you need them for some reason. So let's get to work. Put a save down just in case. Turn my battle display back online. Okay, so my goal really is to kill this guy immediately. And to do so, I'm thinking, honestly, Marcia with full guard. She's not going to be able to get hit from here. But to do that, we're going to need to race and dance her. And she needs to be from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles closer. So that means we have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I might not have put Racing in the right spot. So we might need to do some shoving on Racing to actually pull this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So that's basically beside the thicket. We're 1 tile short. That's only 1 push. We can definitely do that with like Reese or something. Or, I mean, yeah, I did give myself a Siege Dome. Let's save that for later. We'll think about it. Oh man. Astrid's in a bad spot too. Just 1 tile away from being useful. Well, Har could kill, probably. There's, this guy has a steel bow. I don't think this will be very safe, but let's just see. We don't kill, and we definitely take a big hit if we do that. We can get all the way here with Jill. This might be worth 23, 23. I mean, I have some pretty powerful weapons, so we can get rid of the archer. The tigers hit pretty hard. Pretty hard. What is this? 26 damage? Oh, wow, yeah. Pretty hard. That's not enough. I guess it's kind of whatever weapon preference I have here. Brave Axe isn't quite enough to one round, or like to kill before the enemy counter. Yeah, this is a pretty good, I think, use of Har. Well, we got hit for a bit, but Har's tough. He'll be fine. So ideally, we're going to try to get Nephany into resolve range and let her kill dragons. That is the goal here, if you haven't figured it out. I would love to get Boyd or Rolf into better position. Maybe Ike pushes. Maybe I think I usually send Tabarn kind of down this way to deal with these birds. I think that's what I will do. You can roam. Oh, wait, no. You can target. I'm not sure exactly how this works. Target, like, moves to a specific spot. I don't know. I would like you to go this way, one way or the other. Somewhere down there. Alright, and then we're going to push Rayson one square. Then I'm going to use that Siege Tome, finally, on... Seems like a waste, to be fair. But hey, let's see what Purge looks like. I think this is the first time I've ever used it. Maybe ever. In Path of Radiance. Congratulations, we didn't even kill him. It's fine. He's got to get some XP anyway. Okay, so now Rayson can get to here. I still have to make sure he doesn't die. If we go to here, can we canto back? Probably, right? And she has the full guard. Unfortunately, she's got the wrong weapon for this, but... I guess Jill was going to kill that one anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Man, one more again. I mean, we could dance Tanith up instead. How's Tanith's defense? Oh, she's got the Laguz Guard. You know, she might be better to be over here with the mage. No humans can get to her. Actually, that is slightly superior, I think. So we still need her to be here. Oh, I could have reinforced. That would have been handy, too. I'm going to probably need to rescue Rayson, but we'll see what I can pull off. Hopefully I counted this out correctly. Yeah. I could still reinforce, but too late. Alright, let's just make sure this mage is dead. 26, that certainly gets the job done. Can we one-shot or anything? Not quite. I suppose the Silver Sword is slightly more replaceable than the Silver Blade. And we don't need the overkill here. This is already so overkilling. Yeah, I mean, might as well get a crit, right? Alright, no meteors to worry about. And yeah, we still want to kill this archer for her sake. But the only people that can attack her are Laguz. And that's half damage, so... Even though this is like 4, that turns into 2. And they don't get Kanto, so really it's just going to be like 1 attacks her and then the rest just stack up. So she's got nothing to worry about. Yeah, I think this is a no-brainer for Jill. 23 is not enough, so we got to use 23. We could use 3 uses of this, or we just start using some intimidating. Might as well. I think you would have to go pretty hard to break a 25 use forged weapon at this point in the game. You could solo a map with it and it would break, but as long as you're using like a full-size squad, pretty hard to run out at this point. Not impossible, but... okay, so the biggest threat is this guy, 31 damage. These are a bit weaker. Just for interest's sake, how's this looking? They are weak to fire. That's a lot of damage. That's not bad. Wish it was a little bit stronger. Now, do I need Marcia to rescue, though? No. No. We got a couple people who can do that. Okay. So, Marcia, head on down. Might as well do some flames. First time we were ever using this as well. It's just a lance you throw that it's basically fireball. If she just had a bit more magic, that'd be pretty awesome. Good. Next up, what do we do here? I definitely need Rayson. I think Rayson could probably take like the hit from this guy, but certainly not all 3, and maybe not even more than, well, let's just not give them any chances. That's max range. Okay, so we'll go... Nephany moves up. No shove strats to work here. And then we can take drop. One cat might be able to make it, but I'd rather Rayson was able to dance next turn. Oh, there's also that bird. Okay, so we drop that direction there. Oh. No! Dang it. I just clicked a little bit too fast. Okay, we're fine. Very much wasted a bunch of actions here, but if I had dropped correctly, then I could have shoved Reese out of the way, but instead we're going to have to do all this junk. Cool. Okay, nothing worked. I thought Rolf would be able to take Rayson, but of course Rolf has no constitution at all. Well, it's early on, so if anyone dies, you know, whatever. Of course. Hey, you know what? Going for Rolf is better, actually. That's great. He's got good defense. I don't think we're in much danger, but it's just annoying. It means Rayson doesn't get to dance next turn either, which is fine, but... At least I got to change the axe here. Alright, yeah, Reese should have been out of the way, but... Honestly, it's maybe better that he goes for Reese. Because Ilyana is carrying Rayson, she would probably get doubled. But it's probably because she's got the shade skill. Get wrecked. Nice. Alright, we still managed to kill most of these guys. Oh, they're just wasting my Flame Lance now. Did I just miss a 90%? 90% with 2 RN is 99, I think. That's insane. Freaking XCOM numbers, man. Like I said, I was pretty confident Tanith will be okay. She's looking alright. I guess if she just counter kills all these birds, that saves us some time. Her skill activation is just the removing any terrain bonuses and supports and stuff. It doesn't really make any difference. Mostly. Well, she's in a pretty good spot to lure them over. Okay. Well, not ideal, but not too bad. Ike. I would like my Ike to delete something. Here we go. First time Ragnall at range. It's so cool. That was a critical sword slash of some sort. Pretty cool. He's just... If you get a max level Ike with Ragnall and good stat maxing, he's just so good. Alright. Reese does need some XP. Did we take any damage at all? Did anyone get hit? Hard. Is that it? I mean, we did a pretty good job dodging then. Alright. We could use some magic. Oh, Reese themselves. Wait. It's finally time for nothing. Well, wait, we need more HP than that. 8? Was it half the damage you do? Yeah. So he can heal himself 4. Okay, they're all 2 injured. We'll worry about Nosferatu in a minute. For now, let's just make sure Har's good, I guess. I mean, we can get him leveled up just by healing. It's probably fine. Ilyana. Yeah. Minus 14 skill and speed. That's pretty rough. Definitely would have been doubled. Can you... I don't even remember if this is possible. If you drop, can you still attack? No. That ends your turn no matter what. I don't think you could attack drop, so... Yeah. Different games have different rules for how that all works. And, like, Cavalry maybe could do it because they get Canto anyway. They could still... maybe they wouldn't get an attack, but they could drop and move, but... Alright, foot units. Well, Rolf... Can't quite double bow that one. I mean, it's so overkill. This is why I generally don't bother with silver weapons. Sure, another crit. That should be 38 times 3. So that would be maybe our first over 100 damage if it showed it. I think. Just kind of ridiculous. Ridiculously cool. Okay, we're looking at 28 times 2, easy? Sure. Oh. We are 1 speed away from double. Never mind. Kind of dumb. I guess a Brave Axe would have done it. Whoops. Can't get to that bird. So we're getting close to the first dragon. Gotta kill these guys behind us still. Okay, let's just use regular Lance for Nephany. She's, we'll save the best for later. I love the lances, the Silver Lance artwork, and it looks really nice on a halberdier. Like, I am quite a fan. I mean, I know a lot of people love Nephany, so, I didn't originally plan to train her up, but once I saw the transfer bonuses were really good for her, and sort of dedicated myself to the cheating, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna transfer some Nephany and get a little bit of value out of her if we can. We could have Marsha go here. I mean, Tabarn, I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know if he's gonna bother to attack. I wouldn't mind breaking the steel blade. It's only got like 11 uses, so if we want to bring Marsha again next time, I probably want to switch that out anyway. I mean, Tabarn's great, but he is stronger than our units, certainly. But this just proves just how strong we are. We don't even need him. Alright, we got a bunch of cats coming. If we get too close, we'll be in range of tornadoes. Technically, if we stand where this cat is, I think the goal is just have Tanith with her Laguz guard up front. Which means Jill should kill the bird. Did you have a ranged weapon? What's your ranged weapon today? Bolt axe? Sure, no one ever uses the bolt axe, right? I don't know. Does anyone use this? Jill, God of Thunder. I'm going to put her here just so I can trade the bolt axe to not be the bolt axe. I don't want to waste it. If anyone attacks you, just hit them with a normal weapon. And I will Silver Swords. Ooh, that's not enough. I will Silver Blade then. Okay. I think Tanith will be fine here. Famous last words. So the skill she has is good against the land units that are in terrain. The terrain effect isn't huge in Path of Radiance. But if you're in a thicket, you do get some avoid and stuff. And then with her skill, just, you know, undoes that. If you could get... I keep forgetting the name of it, but if you remember back in, like, Genealogy, Thracia, the games where the throne bonus gives you, like, 10 defense or something insane, the skill that ignores terrain bonuses would have been so good in those games. I don't think there was a... maybe Nihil worked, actually. I don't remember. But, yeah, it's... those games with the 10 defense terrain bonuses, that's where the neutral terrain buff debuff would have been awesome. Well, first reinforcements? Maybe? Not reinforcements. Whew! I thought as much when I first snuck in here, but this really is an unbelievable place. What in Ashura's name is going on? Why are all these crazed Laguz creeping around? Oh, wait. I hate this! So, technically, the language the bird people speak, the ancient language, as it is known, where's my mouse cursor? What's going on? Okay, just being weird. It's just a simple English font translation. So it's always exactly the same number of characters as the word in English. And although the characters are, you know, elvish, scripty looking, it's not maybe too hard to translate. It's not like a cipher. You don't have to do any like advanced cryptology to figure it out. But I do have a script ahead at the side. So she goes, I hate this. Huh? Oh, you don't like it, huh? Well, neither do I. This helmet and armor are horribly restrictive, you know. Ha-ha! How's that, Leanne? It's been 20 years. But I'm still quite an eyeful, don't you agree? So he tucked his wings in and pretended to be a no-name guard. Uh-huh. You're, very handsome there, Nasir. I think that's all that says. Yeah, I haven't changed much, eh? And you knew it was me back there right away, didn't you? I'm glad you survived. It's very good to see you again. Yes, I am also pleased. Now, on to the problem at hand. We went to the trouble of escaping the tower, so I'd hate to end up a meal for one of our insane cousins. Our objective is to rendezvous with Nialuchi. Here we go, Leanne. Hold on tight. I will. I mean, they can fly, right? I know they can't fly forever, but they're outside. Just fly up. Fly to the north. I guess she's probably slower at flying than the other birds. But surely Naysala could kill these. You remember the fight where we could have fought him. You saw his stats. They're about the same as Tabard. I mean, Tabard's a bit better, but Naysala is very close to Tabard level. You could just... I'm pretty sure they are okay. The dragons, they don't seem to fly. You know, they just walk around slowly. So, anyway, let me put another save down. I think we're fine, right? But just got to make sure we don't die to 44 damage Dragon Breath. Luckily, enemy dragons don't have range 1-2 yet. They haven't invented the technology. Alright, Ike, you move and give directions to go... I don't know, just do whatever you want. I don't care. You want to kill stuff, you go kill stuff. How would Marcia do if she were to fight a dragon? Just for interest's sake. Flame Lance, negatory. Super Silver Weapon. I mean, it's not great. It's they are very strong. Okay, the bird can make it one more square. I feel like I'm doing a very good job luring all the cats up into this direction. The bolt axe, actually. I haven't ever tested this out. How does this look? Not enough. Really need to get Ilyana down there. She can also heal people, by the way. It just doesn't matter. Alright, you just move what you can. We could try... in this game, I believe all Dragon Breath counts as physical damage. In Radiant Dawn, it is split between dragon types. Some of them are magic, some of them are physic, I believe. They're physical and magic. I think, though, Nephany can lure them over. That's the plan, I think. I mean, that's my hope, anyway. This is another map that has healing bushes. You remember healing bushes, right? They still exist. You could just stay there in the heal hedge with 10 avoid and 1 defense. That's the kind of thicket bonus that the skill parity doesn't care about. Alright, go in range of the big red dragon. Silver Lance should be fine. Night Ward should be fine. Alright. And the bird could attack someone beside her. And I've only got the 4 purges left. Let's not waste them. Okay, we'll put Astrid where the bird might attack. We'll put Marcia where the bird might attack. And these 3, how do we want to deal with this? Could we, like, pick off that mage and still canto back to the corner of Shane? That longbow is a little bit of a spooky... How bad is that? That's only 27 damage. Not that bad. But Marcia's got the full guard, so... Everybody up here is just in Lagoo's guard mode. I suppose that's an argument for Jill to go after the dragon, because she should technically go... Instead of taking... Dang, 17 damage? Instead of 17, she should only take 8, which is not that bad. But no, I think we just hang out here for a little bit longer. I'm gonna let Har kill one and Kanto back, I think. In theory. Yeah, I mean, he can... These things can barely even hurt him anyway. It doesn't even... You don't even need the Laguz guard when you're tough like him. Also, I didn't check if he doubled again, which he probably doesn't. No, he does. I gotta remember that Har is pretty much my only unit that's got relatively bad speed. And by bad, it's still over 20, but it's no 26. 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't really want to be there, though. We could probably get this one and move back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, we could do that. A little bit of cheerfulness. It's actually not enough. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still not. Well. Do I care if the longbow guy comes at me? I think I've decided I don't care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to this corner. 23 damage is certainly enough. 21 damage is good hit rate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not really risking anything here. Longbow is a little bit scary, but I mean, we're at good HP. Is this... I think the archer will be able to stand in these tiles and hit here. It looks safe, but yeah, it's not actually safe. And now Jill can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Although she actually has enough defense that she's even less of a victim to longbows, but I'm trying to avoid the tornado for her. This would be 28 magic damage against a flyer, I think. That's 14. It's not gonna one-shot her, but I'll avoid it if I can. Alright, we need to be doing 23 damage. It's not nearly enough. Yeah, this should do it. This is a little overkill, but... You know, a forged steel weapon is probably still all you need, technically, but... We've only got forged silver now, so it's time to move on. I really wish you could repair them with some money or something. I think that should just be in all Fire Emblem games. If you're going to have weapon durability, just let me fix them, you know? Three Houses did a great job with that. Alright, they might just go after Tabarn there. Longbow drawn over, that's... I mean, it's 8 damage. I guess it could crit for 24, technically. Gotta remember that sharpshooters just always, or snipers just always have some crit. I do love Vantage crits, though. Oh, you did go for Tabarn. Well, like I said, Tabarn can potentially solo the entire map, so... it's not going to be a huge success there. Thanks for luring all these guys a little closer, though. That helps. What's going on? They're all looking the same direction. She says... I don't know. The script I'm following doesn't have that line. I don't know what she says. It might be like... Oh no, okay. She says, Naysala over there. That's probably what those words are. To Barn and friends, eh? Oh, very good. This will work out nicely. Nestling, we found you at last. Oh, hey, Neolucci, you got here quick. Push your old wings to the limit, eh? I wouldn't be late to the rescue of the dear Lady Leanne, now could I? Neolucci, you came for me too. Oh, what a glorious sight. You look so much like your dear departed mother. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where I am. Don't cry, Neolucci. Hey, save your tears for later. While Tabarn and the others take care of the enemy, we gotta escape. Yes, of course, this way. I like it a lot better when I can just read what she says, honestly. It's a significant improvement. Okay, any threats I gotta remember. Tanith, we're not gonna risk that 6% chance to die again. That's pushing my luck already. I guess I should also remember that bolting is a thing. But he won't move, right? So it's really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That must not count. Like, these castle tiles must block the siege magic. Who did I dance last turn? Did I dance anybody? Oh, it was Nephany to get her in range, but then it didn't matter. How do I feel about just dragon slaying, huh? She takes 14. She deals 22. I think what I want is to get Ilyana in there, because she should... Famous last words, I know, but she should absolutely wreck a dragon. So dragons, they have good resistance, but a bit less than their defense. However, that's 40 damage with a good crit rate. And that... 2652. We still need a crit, even with Thoron. Wow. 3 damage shy. Alright, well, let's go El Thunder for the crit then. Come on, Ilyana. It's still pretty efficient, even if it isn't a 1 round. But... Oh, we could do the funny here. The double bow. It's 19. We still need a crit. That's not even that worth it. For an S rank bow, it's cool and all, but that's not good enough, right? Double bow. That's not a kill either. Well, I mean, it might be a kill. That is a kill. Sure. Come on, Rolf. Rolf, the Dragon Slayer, uses inclusivity to destroy dragons. You know what? That's a... Chalk 1 up for him. First dragon kill Rolfie. Okay, Tornado Mage. Couple lances. This guy had sleep. Which is 9 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we get to here, in theory, we're in range. Maybe we kill this guy in Kanto. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe we Javelin with Nephany or whatever she's got for range 2. Dang, 1 damage short. You know what? I'm taking it. You get doubled by siege magic. Sucker. Sadly, our one purge is almost gone, but it's a cool ability. It's just very, very limited in accessibility. Okay. How do I want to play this? I might order Tabarn out of the way, honestly. I kind of have a feeling he's just going to make things more complicated. Do I want... Well, I might summon some reinforcements, too. Let's just tell him... For now, he can stay nearby, but just don't charge in too recklessly. Like, if I kill these two guys, is Tabarn just going to, like, zoom over here and then aggro the entire map? Which is not necessarily what I want to do on turn 4. Alright, we got to kill some guys here. Just want to see if we can... 22. Yeah, you got this. You got this. Still trying to get S rank on bows here, so gotta use something. Nice try. Okay, Kanto. And I guess, I would like to avoid getting put to sleep. So... Lure these two... Well, this guy has exactly the same range, I guess. So... I guess it's just lure this guy. Maybe this'll... Maybe they're connected or something. We should have 2 squares of Kanto here. 6/6, not enough. Flame Lance is not going to work. 10/10 is enough. Sure. I didn't check how much damage we're taking. Surely it won't matter. 20 damage. Technically, we could have blocked his attack if we got lucky, but it's alright. Alright. Well, we could put her... You know what? That's fine. Yeah, actually, that's good. If that draws the sword guy over... Yeah, I think that's fair. And then Nephany tries to draw out... Short Spear. With a little bit of flirting. Might as well. And then up here... I always found it kind of annoying you couldn't go behind the tower. There's obviously some map up there, but the invisible barrier stops you from going around it. Because it would be very convenient if you could send some flyers or even foot troops around this way and, flank, but not today. Maybe we could use those squares to lure out the paladin. Yeah, I'll try to get, like, one of these corner tiles... Probably with just Jill with 27 defense. One, two, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That's... Yeah, because he can stand here and spear her. Okay, that seems to be the play. 23, absolutely overkill. I think I'll use Har to switch her to a hand axe, or what her, I guess it's a bolt axe, technically. Might as well. And then Tanith. Could use getting some healing. Could use a vulnerary. Instead, I'll call for help. We need help! There, now we've got a bunch of junk units. Making the turns take longer. Alright, lure number 1. What wins, a short spear or the flirtation javelin? Flirtation is pretty powerful. I warned you. Don't mess with the Neff. It was originally Gatry's, but I feel like he would be willing to give it to her, honestly. How about a little bit of lightning? Not very effective, but very Thor's Hammer-esque at the very least. Oh, that guy wanted to... He wants some too. I didn't think they'd both move, but fine. Oh, he's got the magic sword. Cool. 14% hit rate, though, huh? Yeah, you mess with Jill, you get the zap. All right, Marcia, just try to get her healed. Not that 2 or 6 damage on a crit there would have mattered too much. Weird looking sword, the Lagoon Slayer say. All right, the birds are coming. That's fine. More cats, yeah. Well, if possible, we could try to rush over and get rid of the Sleep Staffer. We can probably let these 3 kill the Paladins. That gets rid of one problem. And... I mean, Marcia can do this. Could heal her first. This is where having Physic would have been great on Reese. Just want to see who he can purge. If there's anyone that could be purged out of life. You know what? We're 1 damage short, or like 1 base damage short. That's a kill if we want it. You know, I'll take it. If we're gonna run Marcia over there, I want to make sure that the general troop density isn't too crazy. And siege tomes, they are quite good. They just don't last very long. That's why we never use them. Astrid. Oh, you could also make it. You're certainly a bit more defensive. Still, there's a fair number of enemies in range. I don't love it. I'm gonna longbow here. I could use the double bow, but no need. Clearly, no need ever. Now, to be fair, he has a 27% crit rate. He's got a pretty good chance of that. Well, what are we looking at? 27 defense. Still a lot if we get hit. I think if they all connected, she would still be dead. It's not very likely, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're still out of range. I could just heal up Marcia, kill the birds. I do have a dance. So I could dance Rolf, kill another bird. And then the south side is safe at that point, I think. Okay, I think that's the plan. And this keeps racing pretty safe too, kind of in the back. What did I say the turn timer on here was? 10? Ah, we're making perfectly good time. Yeah. This... That is a one-shot. I guess we'll take it. I do love, as much as I don't love archers very much, but if you get a very strong archer with a very powerful bow that can just one-shot flyers, that of course feels pretty good. All right, let me just double check. This is sleep, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we want to kill and like either canto to diagonal along here with. So we go to here. We got what? Is that 5 tiles? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got. We're fine even if we go to melee. I don't want to use the flame lance. It's not actually. It's probably better to just give her a javelin, honestly. But oh, is this a double? I think she's got lots of speed though, right? Yeah. And we canceled their counter, which is pretty sweet. Not that they could do damage, but it saves us time. Alright, I can't canto us back as I would much as I was hoping, but that should do. Okay, Ike. Yeah, let's use Stephanie to draw... Neffany. I knew a lot of Stephanies in school, to be fair. Let's, prepare for dragoning. Ike, you... just move a little bit closer. I will send my bird allies... Maybe now we're willing to send to Barn up a bit more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just 1 south should be fine. Okay. Just don't want to get put to sleep. It's just annoying. Alright, and I think I want to put Jill or Tanith on this thicket to lure more of these guys over. Not the dragons, just the cats and birds. So Har. Yeah, you're pretty solid there, buddy. That's with weapon triangle disadvantage. The truth is, rune swords are really heavy. The reason I didn't give it to Mist yet is they are good, but not the speediest of weapons, let's just say. That's a free kill. Now, we might end up getting close enough to the boss that we get hit by a spell. I'm not sure exactly how his bolting range is going to work, because he can't move, and it doesn't seem to count some of the tiles around him. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe that's the distance. But it certainly didn't work directly to the right, you know. Alright. Should be everybody in range there. This tile? Yeah, we could put someone there. Well, again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It could hit this tile if, you know, these blocks don't stop it. But I don't know how that works, so it's a mystery. It's a mystery that we find out with silence. With science. And we can heal up anyway. Reinforcement Falcon Knights, go! Pegasus, Falcons, Hawk King. Apparently I miscounted. Lame. Yeah, you can hit if you want. Oh, come on. I want to get into resolve range. Unfortunately, with resolve, the stronger you are, the harder it is to get into resolve. Nice. I mean, this map is going out about as well as you'd expect. That's why I wanted both Tanith and Jill in range, so I get counterattacks on both. Alright, more birds. More birds. More cats. Birds, cats, everywhere. Well, unfortunately, we got slept. I don't think I brought a restore staff. Nine squares. I wish it was okay. Like the magic divided by 2 range. Like it's nice for you on your units because like as you get more magic, it gets better over time. Assuming you get any of these staves, which you mostly don't. So you have to steal them to get them in the first place. But on enemies, I wish it was just a fixed range so I could just reliably know. It doesn't show like on any of the previews, and you know, bishops don't have a standard magic stat. So some of these have a range 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, depending on their magic stat. I find it kind of a pain to keep track of. Okay. Well, I would like to lure this guy next. I would like Nephany to, honestly take some damage. Should we do, like, double bow here? How close are these tigers? Rolf is safe from the tigers there. The one bird could make it. Alright. I think that's pretty reasonable then. Try not to waste this as fast as I wasted that siege tome, but this is a pretty decent use of it, I think. I probably had someone who could Canto kill and move out of the way, but double the range bow. Also some healing over here. I feel like I very rarely take this part of the map, but you know. Alright, I also have Mega Dance Birds. In terms of damage, does anyone need healing? Reese could use some Nosferatu. Let's see how that does here. That's actually fine. I don't know if I've even cast this spell once, so here you go. And we're healed. Thanks for the life there, dragon. You could try to build a Vantage Nosferatu combo again. I don't think it's great. His strength is always going to weigh him down on this kind of tome. But, yeah, I could see that being potentially interesting. Let's just thunder from point blank here. Mostly because I want to free Nephany. She's a little bit stuck right now. Alright. Do I just send her into the grinder then? I might. I don't know if this dragon moves, to be honest. There's also Ike. I think it's time to start being a bit more aggressive here. I've got lots of units. I know Astrid's having a little nap, but there's no more sleep staffs. The boss could try bolting us, I suppose, but honestly, I would like to take about 24 damage. To be fair, a little difficult. She's so strong. She's so strong. And this is, like, I would love to show off her Resolve Wrath combo, but she has to take damage. How do we set this up? And you could go even further with support bonuses as well. I just, you know, there's only so much we can handle in one thing. Reese absolutely is going to get to level 20, right? There's no doubt about that. I guess I don't want the birds going after my my ground units. Thing is, if I put too many units nearby, they're probably just gonna ignore Nephany anyway, honestly. Tanith took a bit of damage. I think we'll just try to kill off this bird reinforcement. Steel tolerance? Sure. I gotta remember Tanith is not Marcia, so she doesn't get quite as much just general, you know, damage reduction. Her defense is more like a standard Falcon Knight, which is, you know, okay, but not great. $19's not bad. It's just Marcia's is crazy, right? 24 is real good for a Pegasus. All right, Jill. I think we're just gonna kill these two while I'm here, or at least I will try. Here I am, just using my steel axes again. I think she needs some axe rank to use that silver axe. That's the reason she doesn't have one, basically. But even if we could get her to B rank axes, it might be an upgrade. No, she's B rank. She would need some more work to get to A rank, and then she could use a silver axe. That's still pretty good. Yeah, I always feel bad about using like a silver weapon to do 4 damage. It just seems like such a waste. Hand axes are so much cheaper. I mean, money is not a big deal in this game generally, but it's not nothing. Alright, well, I didn't use racing for much. I guess we heal Har via some strats here. Never figured out what to do with Tabarn either, I guess. Oh, if we had Nasir, we could have gotten rid of these by putting Nasir next to them, actually. That would have been cool. Yeah, that would have been pretty smart. Alright. Maybe could have had Tanith move downwards. We could have healed her, but... Oh, I have an idea here. Let's send Marcia on a flanking mission. Neither Thoron nor Bolganone particularly scare me. 26, 26. She doesn't care about either of those. Takes a little bit of damage. Actually, this is where having a Javelin would be way better than a Flame Lance. They have too much resistance, right? Yeah. I mean, I gave her the Flame Lance because it's pretty cool, but realistically, she'd be probably a lot better off with just a normal Javelin. Or like one of those fancy spears. I'm not even going to bother countering. They can just hit her. I'd rather save the Flame Lance than do tiny damage. Alright. He went straight for Nephany. To do, at best, 5 damage. Come on. Quit trying to hit me and hit me. Alright. I'm fine with taking a little bit here on Marcia. The fact that we lure these guys down is still helpful. And you guys get to see the cool magic anyway. Alright, Tiger for Jill. Well. I mean, if they can only do 2 damage to Jill, how do we ever get I was thinking, like, don't worry, I'll get Nefini into resolve range. No big deal, and then I'll show it off. But legitimately, how do we do this? The Tigers can't hurt her. I mean, I could unequip the Nightward, get 2 less defense. The downside. If we ever get her into resolve range, she's, like, indestructible. But, oh, here we go. We're just gonna get, like, boltinged a couple times. There are not enough feral ones. Someone, anyone, help! Go find Master Izuka. Okay, you hit me, please. Headwind? I am disappointed. She's... I'm not even using her best weapon, and she's not even in Wrath Resolve at all. Oh, no. She's just way too strong. I mean, first world problems, I know. 30 defense is a lot. I will grant you that. But yeah, nobody can hurt her. Okay. Let's give her a little push. And we're just going to send her after some dragons. Eventually one of them might hit her if we just let her 1v1 some dragons. Thank you! Oh. That wasn't a Wrath crit or anything. No, no, no. That was just a 10%. Just a classic old 10%er. I don't think that dragon will move. But even if it does, she'll be fine. Just for fun, is this worth it? Probably not. Alright, Marsha, you kill this guy. Please and thank you. We canceled his counter and then we crit him anyway. Rude. So yeah, some of these combos, you know, I gotta say, I didn't know if Guard would be very good. I am quite impressed with Guard, how often it's triggered so far. Okay, you can attack Marsha, that's fine. I mean, they'll probably just go for neck. Actually, I don't know. 26. You could do 10 damage. Maybe she dies and I messed up. I doubt it. Alright, we gotta kill, Big Cat. Maybe like this. Yeah, that'll do. There you go, Rolf, you're helping. Sure, crits every time. Just holding down the crit button. I should probably keep Tabarn out of this if I'm going to get Nefini, if I have any chance of getting Nefini. It's already too late. Well, I told him to go here. Maybe he'll just stay there. I don't know. We have access to some healing. Reese needs some more XP. Kill the bird. That'll be in range of the dragon, though. Yeah, we gotta watch out for that. We do have a pretty good, you know, Kanto and get out of the way, though. As long as the bird is dead. And Rayson doesn't care about bolting. Alright. Is this enough? Aw, man, 2 damage short. Not enough attack speed for that. Dang. Alright, well maybe Tanith tans this guy's hide? Is that how we do it? Can't quite do enough to one-shot him. It's so close. We'll just Silver Sword it up. Pretty sure I have some backup silver swords anyway, so we break this, it's no biggie. Alright. Mostly out of the way. I think we just send in Har and Kanto up, if we need to. That should be more than enough. No, he doesn't double. Never mind. Let's see if Jill can do this. Not enough damage. Okay. Har, you will weaken him a bit. Please. Nice. Then you Kanto. Then Jill kills him. Wow, that's exactly enough damage. You know what? Go for it. You're getting some value out of the bolt axe, you know? I don't even think it's very good, but hey, we got some use. She'd probably be better off with a killer axe or something, but... Okay, that's handled. So hopefully Nephany gets hit. Like, I'm not even joking. Oh, we kind of blocked Tanith in there, didn't we? Well, we can't heal any of these people. Don't worry, Reese. We'll get you a level up. I'm sure. Somehow. Oh, I could have danced Ike out of the way and then healed Tanith. Oops. Technically, I did have a way. Oh, wow. It's not too late. It's not too late. Don't give up. Never give up. Never surrender. Yeah. I mean, this is the level of micro or min-maxing that I'm sure everyone really subscribes to the channel to see. Get every square turn of healing XP you can. Alright, here we go. Nephany. Here's your chance. 10 damage. That'd be good. Good start. Baloney me. She got baloneyed. She is now in Wrath mode and in Resolve mode. Which is bad for anything that attacks her now. Good dodge. Now this is obviously... this is where Vantage would make a big difference, of course. But you can't have Vantage Wrath Resolve. That's too much. Alright, looks like you can shoot through walls sometimes. Interesting. And yeah, that dragon didn't move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he can shoot through some of these walls to hit Har like that. Interesting. Alright, well here you go, Nephany. 37 strength, 42 skill, 39 speed. 39 speed. Is that enough to fight like Tibarn? She easily doubles him at this point. That's hilarious. And that's not even her like forged weapon. Like, here you go, just for funsies, right? I mean, it's still not like super auto free, but these guys have so much defense that is still very impressive. At least in my book. Alright, let's save and probably kill everything this turn, honestly. Oh, this guy's pretty tanky. We are a little bit of damage shy here. Boyd, can you kill the archer, maybe? Yeah, this is a good use of the longbow. No risk of counters on a balonies. Bolganons. I definitely read it as baloney a few times when I was growing up, when I first played. Obviously, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's probably Italian or something, but probably. I mean, I don't know. Well, this is the point of having Ilyana, is to kill dragons. I know we finally hit resolve, but this is still better because they don't get a counterattack, you know? Thoron is so flashy. Well, just you wait till we get her S rank, which is coming soon. Rex bolts. Get Rex bolted. Right, healing and stuff, and jazz, and all that business there. Nephany, maybe you can just destroy this guy. Deletius. That's 36 base damage, but we don't need to do that. You could go Brave, 26, 20, 27, 27. That's pretty good. Yeah. No counters. I'd say this is about as good a value. Plus, of course, there was a 67% chance to crit and use only one use on the Brave weapon. So if you're going to have a 67% crit rate, a lot of attacks, because any crit probably ends the fight, basically. But yeah, that's the kind of power Nephany can do. If I gave her a Killer Lance, I think she's over 100% crit, right? She's at 67%, well, plus 50. She's at 71 minus the enemy's luck, or whatever percentage of it is. But we could go from crit to Wrath crit at 71 with 0% crit. A Killer Lance has 30 crit. That is 101 crit rate. So while in Wrath resolve range, and we do need the Wrath, the resolve as well, because we're getting some crit from skill. Yeah, 100% crit depending on the enemy's luck, especially these guys. That would be, I think, a guaranteed crit, or at least 99% or something. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Marsha, you didn't get to do anything. Wow. Technically a kill, 7-7. I'm gonna do it from here because I need Reese to get that level up. So he's got to heal somebody. And it could be right this one. I'm so glad you dodged the 77%. Thanks. It's really good. Yep. Really nice. Really handy. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy for you. Come on. We have to get Reese a level. Can you kill this guy under any situation? No doubling. Yes, doubling. 22. That's enough. Oh, that's enough. Reese kills tigers. That's honestly pretty good. Not that tigers have a lot of magic defense in general, but that's a very tanky boy. And we crit him anyway. I think. Oh. I guess level 19, you don't get a lot of XP for killing these things. I don't think we need to worry about anything anymore. I know Har has taken a big hit. Anybody else? Well, we definitely don't want to heal Nephany. Unless you want to get rid of her resolve. Come on, this could be enough. I think we're going to get like 10 XP here rather than 11 though, but we'll see. Yes! We are victorious! Sure, I enjoy your nothing level. Okay, well now I feel dumb for kind of wasting the bird's dance. I could have danced more than one person. I mean, what's he gonna do? Bolting one person? I don't think we can kill him. I mean, we can't even hurt him like that. I mean, have some cheerfulness. And her skill, if he's on a throne, it would have undone his throne bonus. Master Izuka, call him. Call me! Maybe? Sorry, mage. So technically you could try to boss abuse on that fight, on that guy. He is on a healing tile, I think. But he's so weak. Trying to get to level 20 off that guy sounds pretty dumb. Ike is the one that has to seize, so we're going to have to wait one more turn. I mean, to be fair, I think there's definitely a way where Ike could have been danced by Rayson, and we would be here right now. But there's no way left to shove him or anything, so... What is one more turn? The, maximum BXP is on turn 10, so we're still a full turn ahead of schedule here. Sure, just for fun. It's so strong. Oh, I have done this before. I don't know if I did it on Nephany. I can't remember who I set up with Wrath Resolve. Maybe it was Ike or something. It's been a long time, and I don't think I've ever maxed Nephany's stats and then given her Wrath Resolve. So this is the first time I've seen this specific combo. And I'm not even using the Gradivis. This is a classic legendary lance. Seeing as we don't get an S-rank lance, we might as well build our own, basically. I'm not even using it. We're 5 damage and 9 crit behind, just because we don't need it. Honestly, a Forged Javelin with some crit wouldn't be that bad either. But anyway, I mean, it doesn't even matter, right? We're just so overpowered. I mean, everyone's max rank, other than just grinding weapon ranks. There's not really any point killing anything anymore. It's just using your weapons. Alright, Ike, I think we're done. I think we're done here. We finally seize it now that Leanne is already rescued. We're just on a victory lap right now. Don't worry, the final boss is actually still a threat, no matter how good your stats are. But at the moment, it feels like we're crazy overpowered. But part of the reason why I am grinding is on hard mode. The last chapter and the final boss in specific is kind of insane. Although I think for us it'll be fine. But if you're not kind of similarly leveled, it is rough. Ike, where is she? I don't know. I can't find her. Leanne, where are you? Hey, everybody. You got some kind of problem? Naysala? Kind of just imagine, like, Rayson immediately just charging at him and tackling him. Oh, hey, hi, King Kilvas. How nice. I believe I have what you seek right here. Oh. Hold on. I believe... Trying to see what she said. Leanne goes... Brother! Oh, my brother! Leanne, you're safe. Brother, brother! That's brother. We're learning words in bird. You rescued her? Listen and listen good. I don't want there to be any misunderstandings. It was Tabarn. He forced me. It wasn't any sense of charity. It was a sort of payment for some debt, actually. Yeah. I knew choosing you would pay off. Good job. Flatter me all you like, Hawk King. You'll get nothing. Unless you bring me some shiny tinfoil. Some coins. I love my coins. Also, as promised, Duke Tenace account has been completely settled. Yes, agreed. Well then, I shall take my leave. There's no need to rush, is there? You came all this way, why don't you help us kill the King Dane? Yeah, that's a good idea. What? Enough of your nonsense. I prefer to keep my life intact, thank you. Naysala, are you leaving? Listen, Leanne. I have a pretty good reason not to fight the king. He would kill me. You don't have a reason? What about your fellow Kilvins? King Dane has taken their natural identity and warped it. They left Kilvis on their own. Why should I feel responsible for them after they leave? You scum. Hate to interrupt. Hey, sup, Nasir. I have something to show you. Will you please come below? The tower has a basement? Well, you know, we just found a hidden staircase. Secret tunnel. Let's go. What's this smell? Gross. This is corruption. Better light something. I sure hope this corruption isn't flammable. Oh, what is this? By the goddess. What is this, Nasir? Answer. Ranulf? Lagoos, at one time they were lagoos. A prison pit of despair. That's, yeah, that's pretty bad. Probably censored. I bet you in Japanese, in the original, there's probably, like, some corpse on the wall or something, but can't have that in North America. Oh, no. Think of the children. Can't have any gore, or, like, one boob or something. Ugh. But the children... sorry, sometimes censorship gets at me a bit. I hope Ranulf and the others are alright. They behaved as if nothing had happened, but I could sense they were in pain. That dungeon was the most vile thing I've ever seen, and I didn't even really see it. I'm glad you weren't there. Was it that bad? It was barbaric. There was more corpses than we could count. They'd been tortured, twisted, warped. Why would Ashnard do such things? What is his purpose? Ina? The king called powerful Bjork to his cause, but he had to see if they were worthy. He would test them by pitting them against those Lagoos. Ashnard considers Lagoos tools in his service of his mad ends. He also considers Bjork that, and really literally everyone else. So, I mean, it's not actually that he's super racist, he just doesn't care about anyone of any race. So, I guess. They are instruments to be used as he sees fit. I heard that he ordered his scholars to perform all kinds of experiments. They used elixirs to drive them mad and keep them locked in their changed states. Their lifespans were shortened, but for a brief time they were very powerful. Well, thanks for sharing, I guess. Why were you working with this guy, by the way? I know you haven't told us everything, so why did you choose to ally yourself with Dane, right? You said something about some guy you loved, and I know Nasir, being your grandfather, seems committed to rescuing you, and then you didn't want to be rescued, and you chose to go back to Ashnard again, and then he wanted to kill you. Like, what is that? Well, thanks to you, we found Leanne. I guess you're free. Go with it. Do whatever. Just stop going to Ashnard, alright? I don't want to have to fight you again, or rescue you either. I will go to the capital. Please accept me into your army. Nah, we got a better dragon, honestly. You don't have to fight your companions. It's fine. Take me with you. There's something I have to do. Please, Ike. Yeah, might as well bring her. Fine. I don't think she actually joins, though. I think you only get one of the two dragons. Pretty sure. Not like it matters, but this year's better. General Ike, the army has arrived at the outskirts of Melior. We await your deployment orders. Alright, tell them to stand down and get ready. At last, we face the king. Yeah, you better stay away from him, by the way. Yeah, the war is almost over. It appears so. Why are we having this conversation with Random Soldier 32? Don't we have, like, Titania and Soren and other people? Is something bothering you, random white shirt, green shirt, white armor? No, nothing like that, of course. It's probably a spy. But what? Some of the soldiers are saying that when the war is over, there's no more promotions. What? They want to keep fighting? Wait, I don't understand. No, that's not what I mean. Look, I'll go inform the men. What? They're mad because if we don't keep fighting, they won't get promotions? I feel like that might be a translation mistake. I'm gonna hazard a guess they meant like gain glory on the battlefield or renown or something. Not a lot of promotions to be gained as a foot soldier fighting against wyverns and stuff. I don't know. Is that how the army works? I don't think it's like, you know, kill 5 guys, get promoted. I, I know for us, you kill enough guys, you get to level 20, you promote. Sure, sure, sure. That's fair. That is a mechanic for our guys. Usually, most Fire Emblems, that's not how it works, though. You do need a special magical item to promote. A master seal of some sort. But in the like a normal grunt soldier, like I can see, I've definitely heard like I want I want to win recognition on the battlefield. The knights, right? Like Kieran and his bros. I think like that would be something they might say. But like, let's keep this war going so that we can get promotions. Like, are they even being paid? You know we have to like settle down and get back to farming and stuff, or we're all gonna starve. Like, maybe they're not very smart, but like, if all the men and maybe women, whoever the soldiers are in this world, but if all the adults are fighting and dying and fighting and dying and all that, you know, eventually you run out of food. Someone actually has to go back and work on the farms and stuff. So maybe we need to make a school for soldier. You know, there's probably a term for that, re-education. You know. Anyway, I got a little bit sidetracked there. Let's call that an episode. We're almost there, folks. One last chapter. I don't have a lot of preps to do, except for the hardest part, which is selecting my final squad, and that's gonna take me a little bit of time. I would love to show them all off, right? I would love to show you one of each class and how they all interact. The truth is, Marsha's really, really good. Jill is really, really, really good. They're almost always guaranteed. I would like to bring Alincia and do a triangle attack. So that means Tanith is in, even though she's not quite S tier. Although she is still really, really good. I also need Jill, because she needs the speed wing that's on the last map, if I'm going to do her transfer bonus, because I kind of messed up her levels. But there is a speed ring on the last map, so we could bring her for that. But I would like to use Nephany, because I gave her the resolve trick. I would like to bring Mia, because she's got the S-rank sword. Sorin, Ilyana's got an S-rank lightning tome. You know, like, there's so many really good units. Rolf, Boyd, like, I don't know. It's going to be tough trying to pick my last group. But I will figure that out, and I will see you next time for the final chapter, the end game, so to speak. Hope you've enjoyed. Have a great day.